The North Dakota Volunteer Firefighters and the Emergency Medical Services need your help. In the last few decades, there has been a decline in the number of new volunteers in both the fire departments and the emergency medical services. Because of the increase in the number of emergency calls and the lack of new volunteers, rural communities are becoming more and more worried about life and death situations. The lack of volunteer support could cause serious problems in the face of natural disaster, such as large fires, major storms, multi-vehicle accidents, or industrial emergencies. If you are a person who likes to help, if you have heart and spirit, and are someone who displays courage when courage is needed, then you could be a perfect fit for the team. When becoming a North Dakota volunteer firefighter or an emergency medical responder, certain requirements must be met. To be a volunteer firefighter, you must be 18 years of age or older. Training is available for individuals interested in getting involved, but not yet 18. Must have a valid North Dakota driver's license. As a volunteer firefighter, you will learn life-saving techniques. You will practice firefighting safety and risk assessment skills. You will learn equipment operation and maintenance, and how to extract people who are trapped in their wrecked vehicles. When becoming an emergency medical responder, you will learn how to react in various situations. You will learn patient assessment, splinting, controlling bleeding, airway obstruction and respiratory management, as well as cardiac emergencies. Firefighters use safety equipment such as fire-resistant clothing, a self-contained breathing apparatus, fire extinguishers, communication devices, tanks, hoses, ladders, and rescue equipment. Emergency medical service use equipment such as stretchers, head immobilizers, trauma dressing, defibrillators, portable monitors, blood pressure cuffs, oxygen kits with regulators, and infusion pumps. Firefighters are responsible for preventing the loss of lives and property. Their services require organization and teamwork. Emergency medical service provide medical attention and perform basic medical care while transporting the patient to a medical facility when every second counts.
I joined the fire department because of the reputation of the department and being able to help and serve the community.
I volunteered because I like helping people and like being on the Cooperstown ambulance.
We respond to all fires and accidents within our district.
We do anything depending on what kind of call it is, from oxygen to AccuChecks to C-collars and backboards if it's an accident. We kind of do it all.
Becoming a volunteer in either organization is a rewarding and valuable way to serve your community.
Well, helping out the community first, and then what I especially like is during Fire Prevention Week, we have the grade school come to the fire hall, we take them, show them our equipment, and then we go through rules for their house, such to make sure that their smoke alarms work, and if there's a fire, if they have a place to gather outside after the fire.
I think my biggest reward so far has been saving Jake Waters. When we got to the scene, we didn't think that he was going to make it. It didn't look good for him. And now to see him out in the community and playing basketball and hanging out with his friends, it's a big reward.
Jake Waters, former high school student and basketball player for the Hillsboro Burros. Jake was on his way home when he lost control of his vehicle and hit a power pole. The volunteer fire department and emergency medical services made it to the accident scene within 5 minutes. Because of their quick response, Jake Waters is alive today.
When we first got the phone call from Sheriff Beckman, we were devastated. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if Jake was going to live or he was going to die. All we could do was hope and pray at that moment.
The volunteers that were there that day saved my life. Thank you.
Self-satisfaction and the knowledge that you helped save a life or property is a feeling that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Your family, friends, and neighbors could someday depend on volunteer firefighters and emergency medical services.
If we didn't have the rural volunteer emergency medical services, we would be in tough shape. We would have to wait around an hour for another EMS to come in, and if somebody was having a heart attack or in an accident, it could be a matter of life or death.
As a sheriff in a small rural community, almost every emergency call that comes in needs volunteer services.
The North Dakota Volunteer Firefighters and the Emergency Medical Services need your help. Jump on board and join a winning team. Be a volunteer.